Let me ask you this question that will be very uncomfortable for you, but I think it's very important for the audience. But I'm telling you. So is it okay to have sex with the ex if they are not coming back together? If we look at this lady from Jamaica, you're telling me that she's sleeping with the ex. And of course, this would create more anxiousness. She would want to get answers, so she would become impatient. But besides of this situation, what do you think of having sex, especially for a woman, but also for a man? Let's talk about both perspectives.
Yeah.
Do you recommend to have sex or not with the ex?
Beautiful question. So there is, based on my values and based on my experience in the field, I can say that usually I don't recommend sleeping with someone if you're not in a committed relationship. I don't think that it is, especially for women, you have a tendency of giving your power away. And for men as well, it can happen both ways. This is not, there's not a one size fit all. And I've seen people sleep together and get back together, right? However, what I will say is you need to stay true to your values. Those are my values, right? And what I don't impose my values onto anyone that I coach. I help people identify their values and stay true to themselves. Because if you're doing something out of fear of losing them, out of desperation, or if you're compromising your values just to try to keep them around, it's going to backfire. It's not going to work out for you. Now, I have seen individuals, especially men, leverage sleeping together into recreating emotional connection, chemistry, and a new beginning. But sleeping together in and of itself is not going to help rebuild trust. So you have to be able to really understand, read your reality, and see what is going on. Now, if you're married and you're going through like a period of separation or something like that, and you have the opportunity to sleep with your wife again, that could be a good thing, because oftentimes things can get stale in marriage. You can lose that spark and that connection, and your partner may be tempted to falsely believe that there can be more to pursue out there than with you. And so, that's an example of a case where perhaps I would recommend to someone, hey, if you have the opportunity, go for it, because I know that it can solidify the bond, recreate the emotional connection, and in some ways, hit the reset button and have a fresh start, a new beginning. What are your thoughts?
I do agree with what you mentioned. And if I try to summarize it, I would say that in most cases, reconnecting intimately with your ex is a good idea, especially if they found someone else, they're in a reborn relationship, they come back to you. That could be very good. Or if you're married, as you mentioned. The only one obstacle is when having sex will make that person having too much control on you. If you make them feel like, they have sex with you so they know what you want and they know that you're still here, and they continue to chase a lot of women or men, or they continue to not respect you, or you have sex and then you don't hear from them for the next 2 weeks. I think this is a situation that is a big problem, because having sex means validating their behavior. And I've coached to some women and men where I told them, look, if you have sex when this guy or this woman didn't talk to you for 3 weeks, was not nice to you, was posting online, not caring about you, they come back, you have sex immediately, you're validating their behavior. You're not setting boundaries. How do you want them to respect you and then to come back to you?